Hello guys and welcome back to another video. So today, fragrances that I regret buying because I have a big collection, and of course there are some fragrances that I regret buying and there are some fragrances that I didn't even wear once. So today we're gonna look over my fragrances that I regret buying the most, and yeah, so now let's jump into it. So the first fragrance that I regret buying the most is Mancera Intense Cedrat Boise. Now, this is not a bad fragrance, not at all. It's quite good if you really love strong, powerful, woody and citrusy fragrances with some leather. Now, a lot of people say this smells similar to Creed Aventus. Yes and no. It has a little bit of that woody, a little bit of fruity because there's blackcurrant, but overall this is much more stronger, much more powerful, much more masculine, and much more challenging to the nose than Creed Aventus, which is more mass appealing. And then in the base you have a leather, oud, vanilla, and musk and some spices. So overall this is so powerful. It's an extrait de parfum, guys. This is the intense version, not virgin. Yeah, so this one has 45% concentration in perfume oil. So basically almost half of this bottle is just oil. So it is very strong, powerful, hence why it lasts a heck of a time. So yeah, this one I regret it, but it's still good. Next fragrance I regret buying is Xerjoff Naxos. Now, this one was also a blind buy because I was very influenced by the other reviewers saying, oh my god, this smells so amazing, which yes it does, but this one smells too much like a light honey for me. Now, I love honey, really love honey, but not this honey fragrance. Why? Because I like my honey to be more gourmand, more dark, more mysterious. Something like this one, Guerlain Tobacco Honey. This one is my definition of a honey fragrance. You can take honey, make it more dark. This has tobacco, it has a hint of oud, so it's very dark, warm. And Le Mal Elixir by Jean-Paul Gaultier, that one is also really good. You also have honey, tobacco. It's a little bit fresh, but overall very warm and addictive vanilla sweetness, really amazing. But this one, it opens up fresh with some citruses, then you have lavender, then you have honey and tobacco. But the blend for me just doesn't work out because yes, it smells good, but I don't want to smell like citrus, lavender, and at the same time tobacco and honey, because it's like you're trying to mix freshness with some gourmand honey, and to my nose it just doesn't work. Le Mal Elixir has mint and lavender, but the blend, the honey and tobacco mixed with the vanilla just makes it warm. But this one, to me, it doesn't feel warm at all. That's why, in my opinion, you can definitely wear Xerjoff Naxos in the summer. Yes, not just winter, fall. You can literally wear it in the summer, and it's a strong fragrance as well. So yeah, I regret it a little bit. It's a good fragrance again, but just not for me. Whoa, my man, before we continue the video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and help a bro out so I can help even more brothers out. Now, a community is about sharing and caring. So hit the like and subscribe, thank you. Next fragrance is Maison Alhambra Amber and Leather. Now, I know you're gonna say, wow, this is a clone, it's a cheap fragrance, why would you regret buying it? Just a reminder that yes, you can buy clone fragrances and smell like $1,000,000 for a fraction of the price. Yes, there are some very, very good clones in the market, but there are some that you just buy because you want to smell like that fragrance. Sometimes you didn't even smell that fragrance, but you just want to smell like it and say, yeah, I'm wearing that Tom Ford ombre leather. Yes, I'm wearing that Bulgari tiger. Yes, yes, yes. And at the end, I just realized that you waste so much money because you buy all these clone fragrances and thinking, oh, because it's cheap, it's not gonna cost me a lot. But when you buy one, then two, then 3, then 4, then 5, and at the end you don't even wear them because you have so many, and because it was so cheap you just forget about them. So this is the perfect example. I wore this I think only 2 times. So this is a clone of Ombre Leather by Tom Ford, which is an amazing fragrance. And by the way, I have the Tuscan Leather. There you go, you can see I have Tuscan Leather because I prefer Tuscan Leather over Ombre Leather because of that more animalic touch and that little raspberry note, which is a little bit juicy, just gives it that hint of sweetness that I really adore. So yeah, I bought this, used it 2 times. It was so cheap, I was like, oh, why not? But then they accumulate and I just regret buying it. Next fragrance, it's a very hard thing for me to say this, that I regret it, is going to be Mancera Red Tobacco. And no, I do not regret it because it smells bad. Really not. Quite the opposite, actually. I'm one of the almost few people that really enjoy this scent. But why do I regret it if I love the smell? Is because it's one of those fragrances that are just too powerful. It's, what's the expression? Too good for your own good? Yeah, this is literally the definition of that. Because this one smells beautiful. It opens up harsh. I want to spray this, but no, it's going to leave a mess here for several hours. The harsh opening, I love it. You have some apple, you have some pear if I'm not mistaken, then it goes into that smoky oud and vanilla in the base. So really tobacco forward, spices forward, and sweetness forward. So it's a very oriental sweet fragrance and spicy, but it is just too powerful, guys. It's an eau de parfum, but this one feels like an extrait de parfum. So yeah, Mancera, they're good with the performance. One thing I have to admit is Mancera, they do good fragrances and they last long and they project also. Beautiful scent. Love it, but I never wore it. Next we have another Xerjoff. This one is Erba Gold. Now another blind buy. I do not hate the scent. It smells good, but in my opinion, it just isn't worth the money. I've seen someone compare this fragrance to a Fructis shampoo, and at first I found it funny, but then I smelled it and I was like, yeah, you're kind of right. I don't know who said it, shout out to you, but yeah, guys, you're paying for like who's ringing the bell? You're paying like $300 for you to smell like a Fructis shampoo, maybe a little bit more luxurious. And yeah, I was just very disappointed by this fragrance because I expected so much, but in return it didn't meet my expectations. But at the same time, I received compliments with this one, and I've also asked people about how it smells, and they all said it smells really good, it smells enjoyable. But for me, it's not my type of scent, and the money I paid for, I'm quite hesitating between if it's worth it or not. So overall, this is perfect for summer nights because it has some spices, it has that tropical fruit vibe, and it's just very good for summer, and it lasts long, and the projection in the first like 3 hours is enormous. So yeah, try it, but for me, a bit of a letdown. Now, last but not least, I know this one is gonna shock a lot of people, and I'm sorry, okay? But I have to do it. This is Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Mal Le Parfum. I know it's a very, very, very popular fragrance. Really, really popular, but in my nose, this one just smells too powdery. The iris is just too powdery. It's like you stuffed your face inside some powder and you try to remove it off your face, but it's gone, but you can still smell it inside your nostrils. And this is the kind of powderiness that I'm talking about. It's a really strong powderiness. So if you love really strong powdery fragrance, this is for you. But for me, it's just like it suffocates me. Some people, they suffocate with red tobacco. For me, it's this one. And I've tried my best to use it because it smells similar to Le Mal Elixir, but Le Mal Elixir just smells miles off better. if that's how you say it, but this smells more complex, more rich, more gourmand, more of my style basically. So you just take this DNA, lick it, make it less powdery, more sweet, more honeyed tobacco, and you have Le Mal Elixir, which is perfect. So I would definitely wear Ultra Male over Le Mal Le Parfum and Le Mal Elixir. But good fragrance, just I regret buying it because it's still like full to here and I'm never gonna use it again, I think. With that being said, this concludes our video for today, the fragrances that I regret buying the most. I hope you enjoyed this video, and my man, you already know the drill. If you like this video, don't forget to obviously like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye.